Listen, no matter what type of business you want to have, if you're going to cross the $1 million mark, I want to share with you the 3 components you're going to need. 3 components you're going to need to cross the $1 million mark. Now, before I get into the details, you already know, hit the like button, hit the share button, subscribe to my YouTube page. We are quickly approaching 10,000 subscribers. And one of the reasons why we have a lot of subscribers that watch the thousands of videos that we have on our YouTube page is because we teach principles and concepts that will show you how to engineer a $1 million enterprise. No different than what I'm doing right now. So don't forget, like, share, subscribe, and make sure your notifications are on. So these are the 3 components to crossing $1 million. And again, it really doesn't matter what kind of business you have. It can be a business with digital products or services. It could be a business with physical products and services. It could be some type of investment company that you have, or a mixture of all of the above. It really doesn't matter. If you're able to learn the ins and outs of these 3 components and figure out the best way to execute these 3 components on a day-to-day basis, at some point, I'm not going to say it may be instantly, but eventually you will cross the $1 million mark. So what are those 3 components? Number 1, structure. It's going to be very important for you to understand business structures. Number 2, systems. And number 3, strategies. Now, I know that's a little vague and you like, it sounds good. 3 words that start with an S. How does this really make sense to be components to help you cross $1 million? Well, when I say structure, I am primarily referring to how you structure your business. Most entrepreneurs and business owners, investors included, because I'm a real estate investor as well, most individuals in any of these spaces, they do not structure their businesses correctly, meaning that they may start or structure an operating business, but they never start and structure that operating business under a holding company. And the reason why I like to teach and to recommend the holding company to be used as the first business, the parent company, because it gives you leverage, it gives you protection, it gives you preservation. There's so many advantages you have when you're able to utilize a holding company as the parent company and you build your operating companies under it. So when I say structure, I'm referring to the fact that your first company should be your parent company and it should be structured as a holding company. So let's say, for example, if you want to do real estate investing, or you want to start a transportation business or a restaurant business or an apparel line, or all 3 or 4 that I just mentioned. Well, instead of starting 3 or 4 separate LLCs that you own, what you do is you structure a holding company. That would be the parent company. And under the parent company, you structure the other entities so that you don't have to personally own all of these. You own the one that own them. So it simplifies your activities. It keeps your mind clear, and it keeps you centralized at the top of the mountain of your organizational umbrella, your parent company, so that you can direct the traffic for all of these divisions and what these are referred to as subsidiaries. So structure is the number 1 critical component to crossing $1 million. Number 2, systems. Now, when I say systems, this could be a little complicated, but there's a thing called a general operating system. So in order for all these entities and these activities to make sense on a day-to-day basis, you're going to have systems. Now, systems are generally platforms that you use that house information. And there's certain activities that go on in your business that need to be housed in platforms. Like, for example, your sales activities, your marketing activities, your financial activities, your operational or administrative activities, and even your executive activities as a CEO. If you can take all these activities and centralize them together, which may involve 2 or 3 different platforms, you then have what we call a general operating system. It makes what you do throughout this entire enterprise work more efficient. It allows you to be more effective, and you can get more done quicker because your structure is being complemented with systems, okay? Number 3 is strategies. Once you start making money and making progress and getting momentum, you're going to start having other problems that will require sophisticated strategies. One in particular is in your finances. The more money you make, the more tax liability you have. And if you don't understand creative tax strategies, you're going to run into a problem. If you don't understand investment strategies, you're going to run into a problem. If you don't understand staffing strategies, process strategies, there are so many areas of your life and business and organization that are going to require strategies, certain action steps that you need to take on a day-to-day basis. You're going to find yourself in a mess, hopefully not in trouble, and we don't want that to happen. We want to prevent it. But I can almost guarantee if you're willing to learn the ins and outs, get the knowledge, get the game on these 3 components and execute the things that you learn on these 3 components at the highest level, you will, might not be instantly, but eventually cross $1 million. So if you want to learn more information, we have all this in our Millionaire Mentorship Program. This is what we do every day, baby. We teach people how to engineer 7-figure organizational enterprises, and it really doesn't matter what industry you're in. We do it for investors, for truckers, for people who have apparel lines, for those who do contract work, construction work. Like, we have people who represent all industries in our Millionaire Mentorship Program. So if you want to learn more, need more information, or just have questions that you need answered, look in the description, reach out to your boy. I'll be more than happy to answer any questions that you may have. But don't forget, before you leave this channel, like, share, subscribe to my YouTube page, help me in the algorithms reach more people so we can do what we need to do to help our people in our community scale their businesses to 7 figures and beyond. Thank you for watching. Peace.